Hall of Honor. Our final award this evening is presented to an individual who has demonstrated significant achievement and service over time and who has made a significant impact on the community. This award has been presented since 1954 when it was called the Most Useful Citizen, and some past recipients include Bethany Founders, Fred Floyd, Eldon Lyon, Howard Hendrick, astronaut Shannon Lucid, and Senate President Pro Tem Glenn Coffey, Mayor Mick Cornett, Ron Mercer, Dr. Lauren Gresham, Jane Haskin, Dr. Kent Schellenberger, Carolyn Gist. Tonight's recipient is Connie Thrash McGoodwin, Executive Director of Dale Rogers Training Center. Hall of Honor. In 1953, the Dale Rogers Training Center was started as a place to give parents of young children with developmental disabilities a safe and caring place to learn and grow up. That same year, Dale Evans Rogers published a book, Angel Unaware, about the life of her daughter, Robin, a book that inspired changes and so encouraged these Oklahoma families that they named their school after her. Years later, as the original children became adults, it became clear that a need existed to provide opportunities and support on an ongoing basis, and the Dale Rogers School at Northwest 23rd and Tulsa made a transition to a vocational training and employment center. In 1984, a new wind came through, bringing a bright young woman from Texas to become the director, and the organization has never been the same. Her vision and leadership have helped the organization grow from a $90,000 annual budget to one of nearly $20 million each year, with a staff of 85, providing meaningful employment opportunities for more than 1,100 individuals across the state. Through contracts with more scores of private and government organizations, they generate 83% of their own revenue and pay nearly $5.5 million a year in wages.
We're probably the luckiest people in the world. Now, I don't say that every day, but I say that most days, to be able to do what we're doing. The folks here are just amazing. You know, they love work. They love to see the staff. They love to go on trips. They pretty much love everything, and as a general rule, they're very happy folks. They're innocent, kind of like young children are innocent, and that's one of the things that I really enjoy. If I'm having a bad day, I walk through the workshop and at least 3 people will tell me I'm beautiful. That's always good. And then 2 people will ask me how my baby is, and my baby's 25. So I always tell them about my baby and where he's living and what he's doing. So I just can't even imagine doing anything else. I really can't. I mean, who cares about money isn't where it's at. You know, people say that, and certainly nonprofit is different than for-profit. However, a lot of the basics are still there. You have to have income to run an agency. That's where I think we've been creative, because the state pie is only so big. So we started adding different businesses that we could do, that the proceeds could come back into the program, equipment, space, whatever we needed. And you know, even that, you had to be a little like a regular business, because you had to figure out who your audience was. We have a lot of stakeholders. You know, we've got the families, we've got the businesses that we work with, we've got the public schools that we work with. So it is different because our first concern doesn't have to be money. Our clients do some things very, very well, and if we can do something better than somebody else at a more competitive price, we're happy to look at that. But it doesn't mean we're going to necessarily do it. So I've tried to run this agency like a good CEO would run an agency, in terms of being consistent and thinking about all the shareholders, stockholders, I guess they're called sometimes. And it's worked, because we have lots of businesses, and we've had our best 5 years ever, the last 5 years.
With degrees from Oklahoma State and Texas Women's University, her credentials, awards, recognitions, and honors would fill several pages. A few to note: a graduate of Leadership Oklahoma, 3-time honoree as Journal Record Woman of the Year finalist, 10 years on MAP's Oversight Committee, Women in Communications Byliner Award, Workforce Oklahoma Oversight Committee, 30-year Achievement Award from the Mayor's Committee on Disabilities, and many others. Over the years, she's welcomed dignitaries from all walks of life and helped many people appreciate all the abilities her workforce employs. She wears many hats in many seasons, and now, as she has worked with the Dale Rogers Training Center for half her life, it is our honor to recognize Connie Thrash McGoodwin for the vision and leadership she has shared with the Dale Rogers Training Center, our state, and our Northwest Oklahoma City community for 33 years. Tonight, we are pleased to welcome Connie Thrash McGoodwin to the Northwest Oklahoma City Chamber Hall of Honor.